Good evening. Um, I'm coming to you today to talk about the Bridge of Incidents, and this ties into my Zoom I'm having this coming Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Mountain. Nope, 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern. I just rearranged my schedule this past week. And I don't follow everything that was taught by this person or that person. I have studied extensively, um, and I've also utilized everything, so I know the hidden things that aren't taught. And people give up in law of assumption, left and right, because they weren't told things that they should have been told. And I'm the one who gives them the bad news. No, sorry, Sally, you can't just think your special love into your bedroom, um, who's married with 3 kids, 1,000 miles away. And I'm not going to try to sell you that bullshit. Okay. It's a goal of the ego, and it'll only bring you heartache. So that's an example. The bridge of incidence is what rolls out absolutely immediately once you decide that you are intending on a specific change in your life, such as moving, maybe having a baby with someone who loves you and is committed to you and is committed in a way that you know he's not going to bolt or she's not going to bolt after having the baby. And perhaps it is getting an education so that you could become an attorney or a doctor or fly plane. Yes, loves, that is mandatory that you go and take all of that training. And you're living in the world of Caesar, and you're participating in Caesar's rules. And no one can do brain surgery without a degree and without a plaque on the wall. So the bridge of incidence happens automatically. You have nothing to do with that because you just mess it up anyhow. Okay, I know I would. Oh, I want this here. No, I don't want that to happen. And there's two reasons why you have a bridge of incidence. From the moment that you make a goal to the achievement of that goal in state, not in form. That's very important. So we had a goal of having a house that was large enough with a large enough yard space for a big garden. And we were really cramped. And it took 9 months. And I could not have imagined this as good as it is. I really can't. There isn't another house that we would want. It's absolutely perfect. God's source made it happen. We, for 9 months, let things go. Now, the Bridge of Incidence is there for two reasons, like I said. Number one, to provide you with all the assistance, all the people, all the players in your script to help you achieve your goal. The second part of the equation is that you will be served up all of the things that you're hanging on to that keeps you from experiencing reality as that person. And so the moment that we started on the bridge of incidence together, we both had challenges that we needed to overcome. Doubt primarily. And guess what? We had lots of players in our script that told us we couldn't do what we wanted to do. Okay. I had some choice words. In fact, I had some real choice words, very direct. Don't mess with me or my family. So, um, we got the house. We got a really good house. And I do the same thing with cars and with getting over cancer and with getting over a cold and with getting a damn strong coaching business and with income and everything. And Janet does the same. So once you have the commitment, the desire, then you get committed, and then you have to bring passion into play, and that passion fuels you to go across the bridge of incidents, if you'd like that, or you can also point it in the direction of having what you want, and that will still push you across. But please do not go across the bridge of incidents thinking that all you have to do is chant some affirmations and magically it will appear. Oh, please don't. Please. That's baby pablum. Okay. Again, I don't sell that line. There are many YouTube people who say they're coaches that do that. I won't. I won't lead you down that rabbit hole. I just won't. So, what you want to do is you want to take each step and you want to face each challenge with God's source at your side. And you want to be open. You want to listen to people who've gone across that bridge multiple times, like a coach. Sign up for some of their courses, maybe enlist them on a phone call. And in Manifesting Mastery, we have a very good offer, a free 15-minute coaching call. But you choose only one of four coaches and you only have one free call. And if that free call is interrupted by your children screaming in the background, which is part of your bridge of incidents, and you cannot continue the call, don't ask for another free call. It's not going to happen. So, the bridge of incidents is our road out of our old self to our new self. And along comes all the baggage because, after all, we're pretty attached to who we were. And the bridge asks you to leave that behind because it'll only drag you down. And you're silly. We all are. We want to dress up the baggage and say, oh, it's just my best friend coming along with me. Okay. No. But it's your bridge and your goal. And I want to also stress that your achievement of the goal isn't the end. It is the beginning of a new series of, let me say that differently. The end is always a new beginning. So you'll realize that, hey, I got my mate, but guess what? He's married. I just found out he's married. You really did not know. Um, but you were hanging on to resentment in your past of having someone do the same thing to you. So that's why it came along for the ride. The bridge doesn't judge, it just provides you a roadmap. And you cross the bridge, and there are some really great things that happen to you. You'll get free apples, you'll get free grapes, you'll get free jars. I'm talking about canning because that's one of our big goals, and we're doing great on our goal of having a year's supply of food on hand. And we eat from that. Um, and it's insurance, and we share. Oh, God, do we share? And it's lovely. It really is. So, I'm thinking of all the things that came up along that really long bridge of incidents to where it started last August and now. And it really wasn't that big of a deal, but we moved during it. So that was funny. We needed more pantries. Anyway, getting back to being serious a little bit, a lot of people want to stop and get off the bridge. You can do that. The bridge is still waiting for you. And you can dilly dally all you want and lick your wounds and say, I want another bridge. And the bridge doesn't get its feelings hurt. Um, but let's just say you're the operant power in your virtual 3D reality. You're the one who set the bridge all up. And so, if I were you, the shortest and the less painful way is to drop what you're hanging on to. And then the bridge will just be so easy. And you do that by laughter. You do that by waking up and saying, enough is enough. That's what started my path. Enough is enough. And I meant it. Enough is enough. And he knew I meant it. And he got scared. Good. So when I get to that point, not even God can stop me. Of course, God's telling me enough's enough, Karen. You don't have to continue in this bullshit. So um, you can laugh about it. You can say no big deal when you see something come up. It's just your imagination, guys. It's not real. You make it real. You make it really tough. Um, so let that shit go, as the Buddha said. Just let it go. And all of a sudden, you're going to zoom across that last section of the bridge. And before you know it, you're going to be at the end. And what's awaiting you is the manifested form of your desire. And you have changed. You can accept your desire. We're very fearful of success, by the way. And I did a Zoom last week on it. It was very powerful. And the recording is available for $30. Contact me on Facebook Messenger and I'm happy to send it to you. So I'm doing a Zoom on this subject this coming Sunday. Like I said, the cost for a seat at the table is $30, including the recording. And I prefer people showing up and facing me and joining in, adding content and adding meatiness to the Zoom for everyone who watches it. And I do understand how terrifying that would be, especially um, just leave it at that. I know how terrifying it is. But it's your growth that we're looking at. Taking on something that's scary allows you to become a stronger person. So I'm going to say goodbye and I will, no, I'm going to continue this for another 5 minutes. Aren't you lucky? So, the bridge of incidence, when you have a vanity goal, whips you in the butt. Because vain goals are those goals that are me, now, gimme, 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 gimme. It's a gimmick of the ego. Have I had vanity goals? Oh, gosh, yes. And did I get what I said I wanted? Oh, yes, I did. But there was such an emptiness after I got what I said I wanted. It's horrible. And it was manipulation. It wasn't manifesting, it was manipulation of the 3D. It was force, it was coercion, it was manipulation. It's, well, she's married to, give her what she wants, which is true. or you'd better give her what she wants or she's going to kick your ass. That's also true. And after having a bad taste in my mouth so many times, I finally said no more. And I was taken aback at first because it seemed as though my life slowed down. It certainly did. I had to learn what vanity manifesting was and what it is not. And Valerie Carruthers is someone who is very well educated in vanity manifesting, and she's going to be doing a Zoom on that soon. And if you have any questions on that, reach her on Facebook Messenger. We had a little threesome regarding the subject. Patricia Meadowlark, myself, and Valerie. It was very meaty. So sometimes, getting back to the bridge is very short, such as I want to find my keys, and I need my keys, and that's the passionate intent. You want your keys, and you look for them and look for them and look for them, and you sit back and you say, I need some help. And so you ask God, Source, to show you where your keys are, and at the same time, you imagine them in your hands. I can guarantee you that within a very short time, minutes, you will have those keys in your hand. And what was the lesson that got served up for you on the bridge? Faith. Don't leave home without it. And it also taught you to stay committed. And it also showed you the power of God's source. Just in those tiny minutes, a tick of time. So don't look at the bridge of incidents as oh my God, I'm going to get eaten up and I'm going to hate this. And things are going to come up that are going to be scary, like monsters and everything. Um, no, and yes. The bridge of incidents is the path you need to take. And a lot of good comes of it. And when you realize that everything always works out for you in miraculous ways, and God goes before you, preparing your way, and you get the conviction in both of those parts of the mantra, the God mantra, and you set out in faith, um, you're going to see your challenges, but you're going to know you're not taking them on alone. And that's going to help. You have angels around you, surrounding you with their loving wings, and they're there for you. Imagine them surrounding you when a challenge comes up. Don't avoid the challenge, my dears. Just makes it attached to you more. And don't make it from a little molehill into a mountain. I know some people really get off on that. And sometimes I do that. In fact, I think all problems are just silly, but I still insist on having them on my bridge. And you just have so many helpers along the way. You don't go cross the bridge alone. Just drop your baggage, okay? And they will help you do it. And they will show you what's behind the judgment of any given part of what you're hanging on to, and it will turn into gold. So I'm one that as a coach, I demand people facing their fears and seeing how their particular fear or their particular pattern just didn't happen with this guy or with this job. Um, it's a repeat, and you need to face it and you need to let it go. And your bridge of incidents, the grand bridge of incidents, is leading you back to being one with all your brothers and one with God. And you are one with God. So thank you for joining me. And I will hopefully see many of the people watching this on my Zoom. Thanks a lot. Bye now.